well touchdown run on the opening drive.
Well, I said he's the workhorse, but don't forget that this guy has breakaway speed. That's a good run to get their scoring going. It got a little tough throughout the rest of the game, but they leaned on number 2, and then they started to fight back, and they needed that score right at the end of the half as they punch it across here.
Allen became the Metroplex's all-time leading rusher in that first half. They'll need a lot more in the second half as they hope to come back. Carroll trailing Geyer 31-14 at the half. Our stats and the second half kickoff coming your way. Kroger, fresh for everyone, bringing you the first half stats, and LD Geyer leading on the scoreboard, and you see overall they've had the better offensive output.
Yeah, you know what? Jackson Arnold has been sensational. 332 accounted yards and 4 touchdowns out of the 376 total team yards. Phenomenal. And if you look on the other side for the Dragons, they've got to get something else in their offense besides Owen Allen. They've got to be able to pass the ball forward, vertically in the passing game, and they've got to do it in a hurry here in this second half.
Got a lot of ground to cover, and Chris Mykowski had a chance to talk to Riley Dodge as the Dragons come out for the second half. Chris, what did Coach Dodge have to say?
Well, he talked about exactly what LD did right there, and that he needs his offense to execute vertically, get that Geyer defense back up a bit, and potentially open up some more holes for Owen Allen. A lot like Coach Heim said, if one guy is on Owen, he's going to bust through. Multiple guys is when he gets in trouble. Now, as far as facing Jackson Arnold. After having seen him in person, he keeps up his assessment that he's one of the best quarterbacks that he has ever seen. Dodge referring to Jackson there. Puts him right up with Quinn Ewers. Have to force 3rd and long situations. You cannot get them into 3rd and short. You put the ball back in Jackson's hands, and he is almost always going to be able to make a play.
Certainly we saw the ability of Jackson Arnold to do just that in the first half as the Wildcats back onto the field to start the second half of the game. Dragons will get the ball to start the second half, and all of that talk that we just mentioned about having to, get out to an early start, get off fast, that happens right here, right now.
Yeah, it's got to happen now. And you know what? Everybody is looking at Owen Allen to do it, but as much as you need him to be the focal part of your offense, the other side of that, you need him to be a distraction. Some of these other players have to step up. Graham Knowles has got to grow up in a hurry. I know he's a junior, but he has got to go up and be that guy to lead the team, get the ball out of his hands, and get that ball going vertical.
Couple of unfortunate injuries for both teams. Caden Anderson, we talked about it at the beginning. Graham Knowles in there because Caden Anderson, who threw for 3,000 yards last year, injured early in the season this year for the Dragons, gone for the year. And James Lehman, one of their better offensive weapons, also lost due to an injury. But on the other side, Geyer missing Eli Bowen, Peyton Bowen's younger brother, who was an outstanding defensive back. He tore his ACL and is out for the year. On the return for the Dragons up to the 45-yard line. So that is a good start, setting up good field position. Jacob Jordan with the return for Carroll.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good start. You want to be at midfield if you can. They certainly are there. And, again, I'm not saying everything should be on number 10 here, but he has got to be a factor. There it is, 5 of 8, 46 yards. I think he's got to almost get to 20 passes in this second half if this defense is going to back off to create space for Owen Allen.
Knowles on first down. Will hand off Allen. And he'll pick up 4 up to the 49. Scour defense giving up just 16.7 a game. Meanwhile, the Dragons coming in having scored 49 a game on average.
We talked about how good the Geyers defense. I've said it all year long. They are an elite defense, but they did give up 517 against Highland Park in the area round at 476 last week against Byron Nelson.
Allen struggling for running room. He'll pick up about a yard to midfield.
Every third down from here on out with a team that's trailing in a game like this going to be critical. Every single one from here on out, because you just don't want to have a 3 and out here for sure. But at the second time, you've got to keep some momentum and try to get points on the board here.
Third down, toss to Jordan. Makes one man miss, but can't elude the rest. And the Wildcats bringing down Jordan. Another big play for the defense, that time by Caleb Darthard, the middle linebacker.
Never had a chance, and the defense knows it. Credit to Anthony Benford, 13. He's the first guy to just make a hard edge. Setting the edge in the run, well, he sets the edge in the screen game. And when he did that, Doug, that just allowed the defense to run to the football and no chance of getting that third down there.
Peyton Bowen back to receive the punt. He will watch this one go out of bounds. They're not going to kick it to Bowen, I don't think. And that's a smart move.
That's not the start they wanted for the Dragons. You figured you need to just come away with something, on that drive. And this offense has been a machine, scoring, if I'm not mistaken, on every possession they had in that first half.
Garrett taking over on their own 17-yard line. Arnold out of the gun, and we'll start things off with a handoff. Trey Joyner spins, coming near side across the 20, pushed out of bounds at around the 22, so 4 yards, maybe 5 on the run.
J.D. Sparks got to make that play. Number 11 on defense. They have a corner fire. They know what's coming. J.D. Sparks should have had that play at the line of scrimmage.
Arnold with a quick toss. Looks like it's enough for a first down. Even though suddenly was pushed back after the catch.
And you see the difference in the passing game. These passes aren't deep, but they're going across the line of scrimmage. It's vertical, it's short, it's 5, it's 6, it's 8 yards passes. It's crisp, it's out.
Arnold with a laser downfield, incomplete. Yeah, that was Landon Sides, the intended receiver. Sun kind of in the face of Landon Sides there. Wonder if he had a hard time seeing that ball.
I think that pass just a little bit too much inside. That would have been a tough throw in between a trailing defender and a safety over the top.
Second down and 10. Arnold, toss, complete. Suddenly his go-to this afternoon, picking up another first down.
He was tied for the lead in team receptions at 52 with Josiah Martin, but he's easily the favorite target in this ball game, and simply by the alignment of the defense, he's just going where the soft zones are not.
Lee has 9 catches for over 100 yards on the afternoon. Joyner with the run. Not going anywhere.
Yeah, he had a great game against Highland Park. 9 receptions. Sutton Lee, 9 receptions, 98 yards. This is a good receiving group.
Second down and 9. Arnold dropped in the backfield. Cade Parks got to him.
Here it is. It's just 4 against 5, and you can count an extra blocker. Cy Stovall, number 12. He's in there for protection, and they just win. And that's all that happens. The protection breaks down. They get to the quarterback.
11th sack of the year for Cade Parks. And now it's 3rd and 13. Arnold steps into a throw. It's caught for a first down. Landon Sides 13 yards, and if it's not Sutton Lee, it's Landon Sides who is making big catches for Geyer this afternoon.
I'm just really surprised that Lee Munn has not made an adjustment in the secondary on these guys.
Arnold with the run.
Here it is.
For about 6 yards, and let's take another look at that play.
And Doug, when you're talking about it, look at this. You're selling out to stop the run, and you're coming with the blitz now on passing down. Nobody in the middle of the field. It's man-to-man. The defensive backs are giving the inside leverage to the receivers. No way to stop that play.
Josiah Martin with the catch. And that's good to move the chains. Arnold will take it himself, 30, and roll out of bounds, 27-yard line.
You know, it's almost to the fact that the offensive coordinator, Jordan Johnson, is in the defensive huddle. He's calling every single thing perfectly. And then when you have a senior quarterback that maybe can get you in an even better play, I don't know how you can slow these guys down.
Arnold toss Martin's way, and incomplete. Good coverage provided by Logan Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's a good coverage on the outside. They need that kind of fight on the outside. And I'm not so sure that if I'm defensive coordinator, I need to start pressing these guys. I need to make these receivers feel uncomfortable. They're just coming off the line of scrimmage free and comfortable.
And just as you say that, offsides penalty against Carroll. It looked like
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Lewandowski tried to get up and bump with Josiah Martin before the play even started.
Well, you got to do that after the ball's tapped. But, you know, you almost have to turn this into a little bit of a fight. These defensive backs have got to get up in the grill of these receivers, or they're just going to run wide open the rest of the game.
It's Arnold, and he will be wrapped up and dropped. Cade Parks was the first on him. The keeper, though, enough to move the chains as he still manages to pick up about 5 yards on the run.
You know who Jackson Arnold reminded me of on that play? Jared Allen of the Buffalo Bills. He's big enough to carry defensive linemen. That time he carries Cade Parks and still gets the first down.
Joyner with a nice move inside the 10-yard line. 9-yard run for Trey Joyner.
Straight up the middle.
Coach Heim talking about him this week. Just calling him the workhorse, calling him that nice backup, that compliment to Jackson Arnold that they need in the backfield. Now Arnold will toss incomplete. He was looking for Cy Stovall, his tight end, unable to make that connection.
And Doug, I meant Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. I got carried away. I don't know why I was thinking of defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings, but anyway.
We knew what you were talking about.
Just that little flick like that, too. It's a lot of, you know, a resemblance of that, right? The power running and the flick of the wrist on the ball. There it is.
Arnold bounces his way right off of Logan Anderson and into the end zone. Touchdown. Jackson Arnold, number 4 on the afternoon. Jackson Arnold with a quad 6 this afternoon, and you know what that one is, LD.
And get the people what they want.
Well, we are going to do that. It is the Papa Murphy's take and bake. Touchdown Jackson Arnold. Jackson Arnold taking it and baking it all the way into the end zone. Going to OU, he's going to bake it up in Norman next year.
Well, they need him. Oh, man, too much fun up here.
38-14, the new score. And Geyer looking strong against Carroll this afternoon.